When your child leaves for college, the hope is they'll get a good education, right? And they'll be able to make a decent living after getting that good education. But what happens when their student loan debt cuts into the chances of that? The numbers are pretty alarming. According to Forbes magazine, 44 million people will take out loans this year. That will contribute to the $1.31 trillion in total student debt in the United States today. Though a national statistic, it is one that affects students right here at home. WBTV's Jamie Bowl looked into what some call the student debt crisis, and take a look at what he found last year.
According to the Department of Education, the average college student now owes $37,000 in just federal loans. The number doesn't include private borrowing.
Do you look at it as a crisis?
It can be a crisis.
Bruce Blackman is the director of financial aid at UNC Charlotte.
When you get that first notice from your servicer and all of a sudden you see your discretionary income going out of the window and being paid to a lender, it suddenly feels like a crisis.
The cost of education is rising at a pace much faster than inflation. In-state tuition and fees at the nation's public four-year universities has gone up 62% in just the past 10 years.
I don't think we're yet pricing kids out, but I think in a few short years, if tuition rates increase and cost increase, we could be.
What's the most you've seen? Somebody comes to you with college debt?
$260,000.
$260,000 of college debt.
College debt.
Tanya McDougald works for Alliance Credit Counseling. It's a nonprofit helping people facing debt and budgeting problems. She is increasingly hearing from those burdened with college loans. And it's not just former students calling, but their parents.
Yes, most definitely. And they'll call and they'll say, well, I need someone to help me with my budget because I now have a $300 student loan payment that I have to make because I co-signed for my child.
So take a look at this, a survey of students talking about skilled trades, because you see all of that debt. You think, well, a skilled trade might be kind of appealing, but 54% of young people think that working with computers is better than another trade. 37% think being in an office equates to having more respect, and 25% think that skilled trade jobs are old-fashioned. Josh Allen is here with us from 1 Hour Heating and Air Charlotte. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. So do you hear that sometimes, sort of that stigma that's attached to knowing a trade?
All the time, all the time. You used a really good word, crisis, and that's exactly what it is. It's a crisis. There's no guys coming into the field today because, you know, the stigma of a good job. Is this a good job? What are the good jobs? Do I have to go to college to have a good job? Do I have to mount up this debt that you just talked about to have a good job? The answer is no. It is no. There are good jobs in Charlotte. We have good jobs here. We have a program here at 1 Hour Air. We're starting an apprenticeship program for students to come in here to learn a trade at zero cost to the students. They'll go through about 5 months of training, and they'll come out to be an entry-level HVAC service technician with a good job. This job is a job that provides a salary that can support a family and kids and things like that. And the sky's the limit. There's a lot of room to grow. I mean, these guys could be making $100,000 or more in just a few years after their training is complete. And, you know, is it a good job? Absolutely, it's a good job. Full benefits, you know, the total package that people are looking for today that is a good job. But there's a stigma about the trades, you know, and there's nobody coming into it. There's no Job Corps. There's no training in high school like there used to be. And if we want to build buildings, if we want to build new houses, these people have to be there to perform the work, and it's not happening right now.
Yeah, I want you to really think about what he said. At no cost to the student, you're learning the skills, and then you, within a few years, could be making $100,000, which a lot of people in this building don't make.
Right, and there's a lot of people that go to college that don't. We're having an open house today, 10 o'clock, another one at 2 o'clock. You're more than welcome to come by the shop, give us a call. We're looking for men, women. We're not really looking for a specific person. We're just looking for an attitude, somebody who's willing to work and come to work on time and learn and be good with people. You know, this is a people job.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because you always hear people say, well, you always need a plumber, you always need a guy to work on your HVAC, you'll always need that, but that's a real thing. We will always need those jobs.
It is a real thing, and the problem is you're going to call and there's going to be nobody that's qualified to come do your job. And if you need a plumber or a HVAC guy, we don't want to wait weeks for an appointment. That is an emergency. We need same-day service, and that's what we're here to provide. And we've got to get the employees, these students through the class so that we can provide the service to our customers.
When you get students who go through the class, when you get new employees, are they shocked by what a great job it is and what they can aspire to in that position?
For sure. Whenever we bring these students into our class, they are completely surprised about what we offer, what it is that we're doing. We have this huge lab set up. This is on-the-job training. We're not talking about classroom textbook. This is on-the-job, working with equipment, working with your hands, doing exactly what this job requires. And it is the proper training to be an entry-level technician.
Where, again, is the open house going to be?
It's going to be at our shop, 1 Hour Air. You can look it up on the internet, 1 Hour Air Charlotte. You can call the shop. Anybody in there will help you out. We're taking applications for this class to the end of the month or maybe the week after. But this class will be starting in the next few weeks, and we're going to get it rolling. Okay, well, we'll get all of the information. We'll put it up on our Twitter page at Morning Break CLT. Thanks for coming in. Yes, ma'am.
Hope you get a ton of people out there. You might want to